Hello there. So it looks like Litchi has finally made it to iOS with the DJI Mini 2. So I'm going to have a wee look at it today and see if it actually works. So here we have Lassie set to follow me, to auto track me. So let's go for a wee walk and see if we can do a bit of front camera narration. Right, Lassie, I'd prefer you were over that way a wee bit hen. So if we can line you up a bit better, somehow by, if I turn in a circle like this, will you move over that way a bit? Ah, you will. Right, so if we walk forward a wee bit, watching where we're going, because it's rocky and the boulders are covered in seaweed. Lassie is staying ahead of me to where I've set her, which is 6 metres high and 6 metres away. So this is exactly what we've been looking for, a drone that will track ahead of you so that you can use it as a narration camera. And this is my first time firing this Litchi app up. I haven't even looked at how to use it, and it seems to be working perfectly well. For a first time user, she's tracking me. I haven't touched the controls one single time, and I can walk along once I find a nice area to walk on, and Lassie seems to be tracking me fairly well. Not perfectly, but not bad. And if I adjust the gimbal a wee bit to try to get myself in the centre, and I move up to this kind of more even area and walk along, she's moving with me. So she has followed me. She's tracking off slightly to the right, but that's okay. And I can look at her and talk away, watching my feet where I'm going. And she seems to be tracking really well. Oh, you bugger, right in the water. Right, so let's walk back the way, and I'm beginning walking. Oh, for goodness sake, with my back to her this time. And we'll see if she still continues to track me from behind. But she does seem to be doing very, very well. So it looks like this Litchi app is something that's going to work very, very well for vlogging type videos when you want your drone to be your main camera, as long as you've got an external video microphone, which I have. And we'll see if we can walk all the way up to the car without killing ourselves. I keep saying we. Well, I suppose it is we. It's me and Lassie, so it is we. There's two of us out here. But I'll need to be awful careful. And she's still tracking away, quite happily, following me from behind. Now I wonder if I can swing her round. Let's just stop here for a minute. Swing her round and get her to go in front of me during a flight and change her position. So let's see if we can do that. Right, so let's have a look at this. And if we want her to change position, how can we do that? Let's see. We'll hit the maybe if we position her, take her out the follow mode and position her roughly where we want her ourselves. Right, we'll bring her in for a wee battery change and then we'll continue from there. Right, new wee battery on her. Show you how quickly you can do this if you've got your bag with you. How quickly. If you're a bit more dexterous than me, you could do it in split seconds. There you go, new battery out. I mean, new battery in, old battery out, in the storage case. Power the drone back up. Get her up in the air. When she's connected, the moment she's disconnected. So there we go, connected again in ATI mode. There we go, up she goes. Simple as that, quick battery change, back into position. Now if we've got her there, which is, well, it's not great because I'm silhouetted with the sun, so if we put her maybe to here, and look at that. Now, if I set to follow, what's going to happen is she's going to go behind me again, because I'd like her to stay in front. And let's this time set her 10 metres away and 10 metres up, and we'll start that and see what happens. And off she goes, right up in the air. I wouldn't say she's gone 10 metres away, I would say she's just gone straight up. Oh, and she's gone behind me again for some reason. Right, that's a strange thing. She has gone behind me and I don't quite know who that is. Which means if I'm walking this way, she's going to be behind me. I don't know why that is. I'd like her in front of me if I could. So what I'll do is I'll try and just swing her round again and see if you can't adjust her position when she's in follow mode. If you take her out of follow mode by going into FPV, then you can. You can move her. So let's get her in front of me in the direction that I'm going to be moving. So I'm going to be moving that way. And she's awful far away there, so let's bring her down a bit. Now, ideally, I'd like her a bit here, maybe even a wee bit closer. Right, ideally, I'd like her a bit there, but I know as soon as I hit the follow mode, for some reason she's gonna go behind me. But we'll try it anyway. Follow, and we'll change the settings this time. She's a bit too far away. We'll take it just to 5 metres away. And 5 metres up. And there you go. She's taking up a position behind me again. She's away behind me. I don't know why that is, but I can work it out later on. So let's head back up to the car. And I've got the sun right behind me now, and I've got Lassie right behind me now. So the camera angle is not going to be very good to see my handsome Scottish rugged face, but there we go. So if I walk this way, she will track me back up to the car. But as you saw at the beginning, I had her tracking me from the front, so there is a way to do that. And I'll just have to have a look at the settings and work out how that is. Once I've done that, I'll come back out and do a proper test. But for a very first attempt, and the first time I've ever fired up Litchi actually out in the field, never having seen it before, never having seen any of the settings, I got Lassie to start tracking me without much trouble at all. So I would say that there's a lot of potential in this app. But what worries me now is that Does this mean that the Mini 3 is going to become obsolete before it's even launched? Quite possibly, especially if the only thing you're really looking for in the Mini 3 is an auto track function. Right, this is a bit precarious. Don't know if you can see what I'm walking up here. Well, Lassie will be able to show you what I'm walking up here. So she is tracking me, even though I'm moving backwards now. She's getting a bit low there though. Getting awfully low. Aye. She's away low because I've just moved up quite a distance. So it looks like she's not going to move up and down with you. She will stay at the height. She's probably still at 6 metres high from where I first started. But she's level with me at the moment actually. She's smaller, actually she's only about a metre off the ground at the moment. So I'm going to have to raise her up a bit before she smacks into something. We can set her out. Let's see if we set her to a distance of 15 metres and an altitude of 10 metres. Hit the start button and off she goes to wherever the hell it is she wants to go. She's turning round, I don't know why. For some reason she wants to face the car. We'll cancel that. Right, so it might be, you might have to press the home point. Whoa. So a quick learning point there. You have to be careful when you're using Litchis, I've just discovered. Because Lassie just flew off there. As soon as I hit follow, she just flew off in a direction that I wasn't expecting. Hit a couple of branches.
Please check it on the map.
Thank you. And crashed into some bracken. But she's good as gold. And will fly now, hopefully.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So no damage done whatsoever. But absolutely have to be careful when you're using Litchi, and before you get too cocky like I just did, have a good read through it and go to somewhere that's open and flat. I would recommend to test it out, which is what I should have done, but I'm very impatient and wanted to get this done as soon as I can. But what I'll do is I'll go back, have a read through all of the directions for Litchi, work out exactly how to do everything, and then I'll find a nice flat plain area, probably the King George V Park in Creetown, and go back out and do a much better test. But for the moment, me and Lassie, we're out of here.